to the weekly roundup on SA Footballer TV with Tommy Javor and
Darcy Evans. How are you, TJ?
Fantastic, mate. Exciting week in football. Some big stories, near tragedy.
Yes.
But we're in Div 6, so let's start in Div 6, mate. We're doing round 12, review of round 12, preview of round 13, mate. Where are we going first?
We're going to Brahma Lodge, at Brahma Lodge. So they took on the Houghton Districts and were the big winners, 17-17, 119 to Houghton Districts 11-8, 74. So good win there, Houghton Districts.
Tipped by all, really? Yep.
It was, certainly was. So, well, the goal scorers.
Business as usual, really. Aloisi is having a huge season with 8 goals. Still, Motley were the only other multiples for Brahma Lodge. Still, McKee and Hoekma were their stars. Aloisi snuck into 5th. He likes hearing his name twice. For Houghton, mate?
Yeah, so we've got Kamenik with 3, Star with 2, Glanville with 2, then Singh was to 5 players, then best players Bray, McIntyre, Vandermoor, Davis and, gee whiz, there's a Francescinus.
Franciscinus, maybe? But
multicultural, yes, which is very good.
When big spending 4th plays no spending 8th at the home ground Brahma, which is nothing unusual there, is it, mate?
No, very good win there, Brahma. 17-17, probably poor kicking, but big win numbers.
Yep. Our next game saw bottom place Mitchell Park. They were 10th before this game. They might still be 10th for all I know. Taking on 7th place Fitzroy. You would have said Mitchell Park probably no chance, but it wasn't to be. Mitchell Park 19-21-34, Fitzroy 7-9-51. That's an 83-point win. I saw their song pop up on my Facebook feed and pretty happy punch down there, mate. Take us through how it unfolded.
So McDonald with 7 goals, so a big bag to him. Hamline with 5, Hyde with 3, Power individuals to 4 players. Sorry, best players Power, Hallamine, Hyde, Park, and Wowzak. So we are celebrating multicultural round last weekend, so it's very good to see these names come in.
For Fitzroy, there was 2 multiple goal kickers in the form of Nelson and, sorry, just Nelson, the only multiple goal kicker, 5 singles. McKinnon, Macris, Cronin singles. Probably Fitzroy probably say, right, that's enough on that one. Move on to the next game.
It was a big win by Mitchell Park.
And we'll do that. Yeah, the big highlight, the big thing out of this game is 10th place have won their 2nd game of the year. Is it? It's actually their 3rd game of the year. So I'll tell you what. Some people would have thought they wouldn't have won 3 games this year, and they've probably now made themselves a possibility, an opportunity, a slight little chance of avoiding relegation.
Absolutely.
Because Lutheran certainly aren't setting the world on fire, but we're not up to that game. You're going to do Woody South.
We're going to do Woody South, who had their Ladies' Day on Saturday. My wife was there amongst the riffraff there, so but they took on Houghton District, so Woody South was 10-19, so he was a very inaccurate kick.
Hang on, your missus was there, you said.
She was.
Were you there?
No, Ladies' Day.
What was she doing at Woody South? You're a Flinders Park man.
She just knew a lot of girls there, so very part of the school mums. They knew their lads play at Woody South.
And so you've got plenty of feedback in the day?
The feedback was, well, the girls didn't see much.
Was there cleavage in the area?
There was, according to some
of
the
Was there any nipple
there.
slips?
I didn't see, there's no photos, so...
I tell you what, there's the one area that equality hasn't quite made the grade. Ladies' Women's Day at footy grounds, they just become wild, untethered beasts.
We can't do it, but when they do, it's out of control.
It's good to see.
It was, but...
I lost my place. Where are we up to? Woody South won.
I said to Karen, my wife, I said, well, how was it? She goes, I didn't see into the game, but that's probably part. They had a great day.
That's good. Means she wasn't perving, she was socialising. So well done, Woody South doing everything well. So it was 10-19-79, except they didn't kick straight, but it didn't matter. Mawson Lakes 5-5-35. 29 scoring just to 10, mate. They're lucky to only lose by 44.
Yeah, exactly. So they've got plenty of goal scorers. They did spread around a bit. So Dankowitz with 2, McCulloch with Jake McCulloch, young. He's only a 17-year-old kid. Played his first A-grade game. So well done, Jake McCulloch. And individuals to there was about 7 other players. So well done. And best players were Cosling, Haynes, McCulloch. So well done. Well done, Jake, young kid, 17. I think he's playing for West Adelaide under-18s as well. So Bianchi and Matthews.
Yep. For Mawson Lakes, it was just Lockie Kennett with the 3 and 9. I think it's Jaden 9. Good to see him pop up for a goal. And Brown, the Brown dog with 1. Better players were Carr, McCammon, and Delbridge. So yeah, I'll tell you what. We've talked about the top 5, apart from Trinity. The bottom 5, anyone can beat anyone on any given day, but it doesn't look like the bottom 5 are going to do too much damage anymore to the top 4. The top 4 sort of
they have
moved streets away, and Trinity probably...
Brahma Lodge.
Yeah, Trinity had their chance to take a scalp and they didn't. They certainly battled away though out at Roe Park, but they're not the best travelling team, Trinity. It was the Doggies, 14-15-99, Trinity 12-6-78, 21-point win to the Dogs.
Yeah, it was a very good win. So Cotter, again, 6 goals bagged, and well done to Cotter. He's kicking a few this year. Perry with 3, And then individual to 3 other players. Then best players winning, Peters, Cotter again with his 6, Zoric.
The Zoric brothers,
Zoric
yeah.
and Zoric. So Zoric
good to see him winning, obviously, make a bit of fun of his name, having a very consistent season. We're reading his name every week, so
Indeed.
winning form that. For Ingle Farm, it was Sanderson with 3, along with Danui. I'm not sure if I'm saying that right. Young Buck with 2, and Nick Lynch kicked a couple. Oh, as did Matthews. Zach Hancock, of course, he played C grade in 2013, was leading the goal kicking there, but eventually I beat him by about 40 goals. Great to see that young fella playing A grade, that's fantastic. Smart in there as well, and Gluftis, of course, that's, I believe, the brother of the AFL umpiring Gluftis, or soon to be AFL umpiring Gluftis, yeah. So yeah, good one there. Now, our last game, Darcy, is...
Adelaide Lutheran?
Yes, Adelaide Lutheran again. Another team that if they want to play finals, they needed to make a mark now, or even let alone... They're only a game and a half out of the 5, but also in the relegation zone, so delicately teetering. But they're taking on top place West Croydon.
Yeah, very hard to beat West Croydon. They were very good. We did the call the other week and we saw how good they were, and they did exactly the same. So 19, 16, 130, they Lutheran 6, 7, 43. So a bit of a slacking there. So, and something to do with 10 seconds. Okay, but goal scorers for West Croydon. I mean, Woodcock with 8.
Woodcock?
Woodcock. And of course got the best players. So Wilson with 4, O'Toole with 3, Stancy with 2, and individuals with 2 other players, and then obviously best players. As I said, Woodcock best on ground. O'Toole, Stanky, and Francis. Stankle, sorry, yes, that's
Centre half back. Yep.
Yes, and Walsh.
Francis and Walsh are fantastic when we watched him, and of course O'Toole, the boy they call Chili. Why? Because he's hot. For Adelaide Lutheran, just the one multiple goal scorer in the form of Moss, while Stolzenau, Bushway, and does that say Moose? And Moose, whether they're a player. Moose, Calverdale.
Yes.
No, he's played well. So look, the ladder makes for a little bit of interesting reading in the sense that we think there's 4 teams that are playing for 2 spaces in the grand final, and we already think the grand final is stitched up.
And there's 4 teams playing for the relegation. So we've got Mitchell Park, Fitzroy, Houghton District, Adelaide Lutheran, all on 3 wins only. So there's a good spread there. There's only Trinity with 4 and Mawson Lakes with 4. So really, anyone that from 5
interesting.
Down,
bottom place is 1 game, 1.5 game outside the 5, and only 1 game outside the.
Again like we did last year. So
the draws always get
1.5 game exactly. That's huge. But as I said, Brahma Lodge are 3 games, is it 4 games clear of Trinity in 3.5.
Yeah.
Sorry, that half again.
Yep.
So 3.5. Brahma Lodge is in 4th. They've got that sealed in the.
I'd suggest Brahma Lodge playing a home elimination final. To the goal kicking, and Timmy Aloisi has 63, 20 clear of Luke Woodcock. He won't catch him. He's too far out at this stage. So the goal kicking is all wrapped up. You'd suggest when you're Darcy.
Indeed, it is. Yep.
Yeah.
So well done to
Timmy Aloisi. Yep. It's hard to kick 20 goals in a whole year, let alone it's already up to round 13. So speaking of round 13, mate, a nice little segue into our journey this week, and we will give you some tips. And we've been pretty good in this division. I don't mean to, I'll tell you just quietly. First one's Trinity and Mitchell Park. I'm working up the page.
Yeah, you're right.
At Trinity, being at Trinity, Trinity of course are good at home. I think Trinity will be too good for Mitchell Park.
They are. As I said, they're only 1.5 games clear, but Trinity at home, I agree, absolutely.
Yep. Mawson Lakes and Lutheran at Mawson Lakes. It's really interesting, this one, because this is now, despite the fact it's 6th versus 10th, 6th versus 10th, you know, if they were to beat Mawson Lakes could drop almost all the way down to 10th.
Where they are, swap over positions.
This is one of those ones where I just don't know, so you go for the home team for me, Mawson Lakes.
Yep, indeed, agree.
Houghton Districts and Woody South. Carnage, I feel. Carnage. Woody South by 10 goals.
I agree. Yeah, Woody South, it is, even though it's up there at Houghton District's fair way to travel, but see Woody South second at the moment and playing very good footy. Good
to see the nurse man Dave Keach return to form for Houghton. He'll be looking after Paul Lowe for a while, but guys like your Ahmeds and who else they have, the big fella Zevasevic, I don't think there'll be matchups for Houghton to curtail their influence. Fitzroy and Brahma Lodge, you'd hope Fitzroy can bounce back to some of the form they showed in mid-season, but Brahma Lodge, too many guns.
Yep, agree. Comfortably.
And our game of the round is West Croydon and Ingle Farm at What the Fork Reserve. Now, earlier this year, Paul Manuel, first and third, Paul Manuel said, we've got something in store for them. Don't you write us off just yet. So this one is definitely game of the round. This one could go either way, but again, I'll lean towards the home team, and it's foolhardy to tip against the team that has lost no games and only drawn 1. So, a safe bet to start.
Have you seen Paul Manuel lately?
No.
No.
On Facebook he floats up. It was Miss Bulldog on the weekend where they crossed him. cross-dress and all that. So he gets right into that.
Does he?
Loves it. Loves it. Pauline, he calls himself in the night. La-dee-da. Not that there's anything wrong
As
with
it used
that.
to help here, he's probably concentrating on getting Eagle Farm in the final.
Yeah, getting up to Div 5.
I'm with West Croydon. Looks like Cameron McKinnon's back for West Croydon, so the big full forward is back in the team this week.
So they're
very hard to beat.
Yeah, look, they're going to have to. They're almost. You've got to tag Sumner, watch McKinnon closely, and then you've got Woodcock's coming off 8. It's a good forward outfit they've got, and they've got some good defenders too. West Croydon all the rage. This has been a Div 6 weekly roundup. We'll be back next week.
See you later.